Hey everybody, welcome back. This video is going to be a quick video on Codepen, how to use it, account setup, and creating your first pen. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So what is Codepen? Codepen is kind of like an IDE or an integrated development environment. Essentially, what you see on the slide here is what you can really do. You code on the left, you view the result on the right, or vice versa. You can use a number of built-in resources. You can build React apps. You can use libraries like jQuery, Bootstrap front end, Tailwind front end. Plus, there's hundreds more. There's also support for preprocessors. Like for HTML, you have Haml, Slim, and Pug. CSS has Less and Sass, and then you have Babel and TypeScript for JavaScript. There is also template creation to avoid rewriting the same code. And best of all, you can get set up pretty well with the free package. There is a paid package which just allows you to collaborate with other users, have people view you while you're live. There's other features also as like doing an export of all your code with a build process. That's all part of the professional package. What we're going to do is set up a free account and we will dive right in. So this is CodePen. Okay, the URL that I'm at is right here, codepen.io. So I'm going to go back to full screen. Go to codepen.io, you'll get a screen that looks like this. Go to sign up. You can choose any one of these APIs to log in or create an account with, or you can sign up with an email address. I already have an account, so I'm going to come back when I've logged in. Go ahead and create your own account in the meantime. So once you log in, this is what you see. There's a number of different options within here. You can jump right into creating a pen. You can create projects. You can post I believe it's like a blog post. You can create collections, which are collections of other pins. It helps you keep things organized. Your dashboard shows you a list of everything that is contained within the pins that you've created or the pens that you've created. Your profile is pretty self-explanatory. Pinned items just kind of creates a list of sticky items that you can quickly get to. There's a bunch of other options here you're welcome to dive right into. First thing we're going to do is just jump into creating our first pen. So when you create your first pen, this is what you see. This is the first screen you get to. Now, I personally don't like the view like this. I like to be able to test things in various screen sizes, and this is really kind of the only way that you can do that. I guess if you wanted to test horizontal layouts for mobile devices, then you could go this direction and then just bring it down and see what the view looks like for that. But when I start out, I like to go this way. So this is pretty basic. You have a number of settings in here. Okay, you can add items into the head, standard viewport tags. Oops, viewport tag, and you can add custom classes for HTML. You can choose an HTML preprocessor. CSS, same thing. You can choose a preprocessor if you want to use any one of these preprocessing packages. If not, you can choose from any one of these. You can build, these are built in. So it basically grabs one of the most recent versions. I know this, like for example, 4.3.1 is the latest version of Bootstrap as of I believe this today is August 31st, 2019. So this is at least a few months behind, probably still working out the bugs in order for it to be used in this particular website. So it has Bootstrap, there's Animate CSS, there's Tailwind CSS, there's, I believe, Bulma CSS. So there is a number of CSS um, libraries that you can get access to. Same thing with JavaScript. There is jQuery. There is well the Twitter Bootstrap JS file that you might need for if you're using if you're spinning up something in Bootstrap. There's a number of uh, let's see, modernizer. That's for carrying older versions of JavaScript into uh, more current versions. It works backward compatible so that you can create things in modern day browsers that will still work in a browser like IE8, for example. So we're not going to bring in any library for the purpose of this tutorial. I'm going to jump out of that. And I just want to show you real quick. I'm going to type in, okay, we get this H1 here, okay, and then I can take that and I can style this. So I can go H1 color blue, and I can change it blue, okay? Or as you're aware, styles do cascade, so I can come down here and I can also change it to red, okay? Then down here in JavaScript, we can pass a number of variables up to HTML. For example, if I put in, and this also uses Emmet. If you're familiar with Atom or VS Code, this also has Emmet built right in. So if I do, let's say H2 dot, or sorry, pound message, because that's the ID I'm going to create in JavaScript down here in a second. It starts to put it literally on the page, but as soon as you hit tab, it'll automatically generate the H2 with the ID and closing tag as well. Same thing works with classes. Just use the dot instead of the pound sign. And if I were to do the same thing, it'll create a class with an opening and closing H2 tag. So for what this JavaScript is I'll just come down here and I'll create a constant. We'll call it message. We'll set it to a string. And then we'll pass that string up to HTML. We'll choose the ID and you can use any number of methods as well. We'll pass that out. And then we get the hello world. And then I can come into my style sheet and I can also style that. Okay, so there's a lot of extensibility with Codepen. You can save it. First Codepen. Okay, and I'll jump out of full screen here. And when you hit save on the title, it doesn't save it as a pen yet. Okay, you have to hit save. Once you hit save, it's going to generate a unique ID. Okay, that can then be used to share. And I've seen these all over Twitter, Facebook. It's a great way to spin up code snippets. When you're in Codepen, you can, when you first get in, you look at some of these picked pens. Okay, for example, I can open this and maybe I want to find a way to use this particular animation, it looks like, and I want to spin it up with my own colors. So I can hit fork, and now I have a copy of it. And now it's it's a pen that's under my name. Okay. Well, that's about it for Codepen. I hope you find it useful. There's a lot more that I can go into with Codepen, but I believe you have the basics down to go ahead and get started.